Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us for our webinar. Welcome. Welcome to a hard look at soft skills. We're so pleased that you could join us today. My name is PJ Burns. I'm the Director of Leadership Services here at Peregrine. And also on the webinar with us is Desiree, and she's Peregrine's Marketing Director.
Hello, everyone. Welcome.
So just to let you know a little bit about us, the mission of Peregrine Global Services is to develop values-based leaders and impact the quality of higher education throughout the world. Thanks again for joining us on this webinar and to be a part of our vision to change the world. Just a little housekeeping before I start. My presentation will be about 30 minutes. And there'll be time for questions and answers after the presentation. So if you have a question or comment throughout the presentation, feel free to type that in the chat. And then at the end, Desiree will read those off, and so she and I can help answer those questions for you. Or you can wait to the end and type it in then. So let me start by sharing a little bit of a story. Early in my professional career, I worked for a small nonprofit organization. And 5 years into working there, the executive director decided to leave and move to another town. So I applied and interviewed and was promoted to the executive director position. Now, I knew the organization inside and out. Over the previous 5 years, through many staffing changes, I had learned the duties of every other employee excluding the executive director. I knew the community that we served and our stakeholders, and on paper, I was the right person for the job. But even with all my experience and knowledge of the organization and the work required to serve our community, I lacked much of what it took to be an effective leader in the organization. I had no idea how to manage and supervise the staff and help them see our vision. I was deathly afraid of public speaking, and I was unsure of every decision that I now had to make. It was these soft skills of leadership, decision-making, and communication skills that I had to learn to master in order to be successful in my new position and to fulfill the mission of the organization. It was really an arduous process, but over much trial and error, lots and lots of errors, I eventually learned how to be the executive director that that organization needed. Now, in today's workforce, soft skills have become increasingly valued by employers. Traditionally, workers were hired and promoted based primarily on their technical or functional skills. But organizations are now placing greater emphasis on less tangible qualities such as good communication skills, teamwork, positive attitude, and leadership. Research has also shown that soft skills are more accurate predictors of success than conventional intelligence levels and hard skill levels alone. Research carried out by the Carnegie Institute of Technology shows that 85% of your financial success is due to soft skills, things like your personality and ability to communicate, negotiate, and lead. Shockingly, only 15% is due to technical knowledge. And additionally, Nobel Prize-winning psychologist Daniel Kahneman found that people would rather do business with a person that they like and trust rather than someone they don't, even if that likable person is offering a lower quality product or service at a higher price. With this in mind, instead of exclusively focusing on conventional intelligence or technical and functional skills, you should make an investment in strengthening your and your employees' soft skills that impact your ability to build relationships inside and outside the workplace. So what are soft skills? Soft skills are a combination of those people skills, social skills, communication skills, character and personality traits that enable you to navigate your environment, work well with others, perform well, and achieve your goals, along with your complementing hard skills. The top soft skills that employers look for in new hires and those that have the greatest impact on workplace success include communication, critical thinking, leadership, and teamwork. Let's take a closer look at each one of these. So how well do you communicate? Employers value employees who can not only communicate their own ideas, but who listen empathetically to others. Communication has a subset of soft skills that include verbal and nonverbal communication. Does your nonverbal communication match what you are saying? Can you read others' nonverbal communication to ensure understanding? Listening is 50% of the communication process. When engaged in conversation, many of us are so busy thinking of our response that we're not truly listening. Conveying to another person that you are truly listening to them can diffuse a tense situation and make them feel valued. Now, negotiation and persuasion. With the pace of change in the world today, the ability to communicate a change, vision, or new direction and get people on board is vital in today's workplaces. Presentation and writing skills are also a part of communication, and these may seem more like hard skills, but using your ability to read your audience and incorporate emotional intelligence into your presentation and business correspondence will increase respect and relationship building. Critical thinking is the next top soft skill that employers are looking for. No matter what the job, employers want candidates who can analyze situations and make informed decisions. Critical thinkers use their abilities to be adaptable, creative, and innovative. They approach problem solving in collaborative ways and use their willingness to learn to make the right decisions. People think leaders are only those who are higher on the organizational chart and have the title of manager, supervisor, director, etc. But leadership is found in every position within an organization. The ability to step up to the plate in a difficult situation and help resolve it is a valued asset in today's working environment. I am sure that we've all had that person in our personal or professional lives who we've seen as that go-to person, who may or may not have held a formal title. There are a whole host of soft skills that fall under the definition of leadership. Great leaders show competence in conflict management and resolution, keeping a cool head during conflict and working with others towards win-win situations. Being able to make thoughtful decisions in a timely manner. The ability to delegate and empower their subordinates. Providing clear and helpful feedback to others when needed. Inspiring others by communicating the vision. The ability to manage effective meetings. Mentoring, the desire and ability to help others grow personally and professionally within the organization. Project management, managing different teams to work together and meet deadlines. Successful supervision of others, not micromanaging, understanding that different people and different situations require a leader to be flexible in their leadership style and approach. Let's look at teamwork. Whether you participate in a lot of team projects or simply attend a few departmental meetings, you need to be able to work effectively with the people around you. You need to be able to work with others, even when you don't always see eye to eye. Skills related to teamwork include the ability to accept feedback, to collaborate with others with the mission in mind, to recognize and appreciate diversity in a team, and to be able to regulate your emotions and read the emotions of others in order to build relationships that will generate productivity in a team. So how can you further develop your soft skills and those of your employees? The first step is determine the most valuable soft skills for your business or industry. You can start this by analyzing your current workforce to identify the combination of skills that result in high performers in every role, and then assess your employees for those skills. Assessing soft skills can be a daunting task. How do you objectively assess someone's listening skills or if they show high emotional intelligence? The answer to these questions may vary from person to person, so having an assessment that garners objective results is important. Peregrine's Evalue Skills Workplace Skills Assessment is a comprehensive, objective, 360-degree assessment tool that you can use to assess the soft skills of your employees and use the comprehensive results report to help them set goals and timelines to improve their soft skills. I'll talk more about the Evalue skills at the end of this webinar. So once the soft skills are identified and assessed, how can we develop those soft skills in ourselves and our employees? Now be sure to look at not only the soft skills that you or your employees need to improve, but also the areas where you excel. Concentrate on growing those skills and use them more widely. It's important to set what we call SMART goals, goals that are specific, ones that are measurable, and absolutely ones that are attainable. Don't set goals that are so pie in the sky that you'll never reach them. They need to be relevant to the person as well as the organization and be goals that are time-based. Be sure to have a timeline that includes short-term milestones that can be celebrated. And it's important to designate a mentor or a coworker to share your goals with to help hold you accountable to them. So how are we going to build those soft skills? Here are a few effective strategies for honing your soft skills and making yourself and your employees indispensable to your employer. First thing that you can do is leverage technology to drive mastery in the areas of communication, critical thinking, leadership, and even emotional intelligence. In the new COVID world that we live in, it may be impossible where you are to attend a live workshop or seminar focused on emotional intelligence or how to be a more effective supervisor. But there are a host of online resources and courses, including Peregrine's own leading edge learning modules that you can take to learn how to improve these skills. You can start very easily by searching YouTube for free TED Talks that highlight the soft skills that you are trying to improve. Share that video or those ideas with your employees at your next staff meeting and discuss how together you can help one another improve on these skills. Next, you must practice, practice, practice. Soft skills must be practiced with other people. And if you're not comfortable trying a new technique at work, maybe find a cause that you believe in and take a role that allows you to make a difference while honing your soft skills at the same time. Do you need to practice mentoring, empathy, active listening, or decision making? All of these skills play very well in charitable roles. Now serve in your community and learn and grow at the same time. One thing you can do is focus on creating the right habits. Now, there is a big difference between learning and doing, and creating new habits that infuse your desired soft skills into your behavior is truly the only path to change. Focus on shifting habits one small habit at a time. For example, if your goal is to listen actively in meetings, consider first the habit of not bringing your device into the conference room. Or if you want to grow your emotional intelligence, start with setting a consistent sleep schedule to be sure that you start each day alert and with a clear head. Find a role model or mentor. We all learn from watching others. So watch others and emulate their positive behaviors in a way that is authentic for you. If you can, elicit their support and guidance. For example, if you see someone that is skilled at networking, ask them to share their best tips for keeping in touch with others, and then attend networking events with them. In short, soft skills can best be developed through what we call experiential learning, where the learner takes an active role by taking a concept, a new idea or technique, and putting it into practice, learning from failures and building upon successes. So how can Peregrine help you or your organization identify, assess, and improve soft skills? We can help you twofold with our Evalue Skills Workplace Assessment and our Leading Edge Learning modules. And I'll dig deeper into each of these tools and solutions now. Our Evalue Skills Workplace Skills Assessment is a 360-degree tool that includes rubrics and behavior examples, making it the most objective soft skills assessment tool on the market today. Utilizing the expertise of our team, you can customize your instrument by selecting from a database of over 200 skills and corresponding rubrics. You can also write or develop your own skills and rubrics, and then add them to your customized soft skills assessment. Each soft skill in the database has corresponding rubrics and behavior descriptions that a person taking the assessment uses to increase their objectivity. You can see in this example, for critical thinking and problem solving, a person would rate their employee or coworker as excellent or give them a 4 on the Likert scale if they have seen them involving others in brainstorming, or if they seek alternative viewpoints to explore possible courses of action. The comprehensive report that is generated for an individual after their soft skills assessment has been completed includes a snapshot of their total average scores across all of the soft skills or competencies that have been assessed. A rating page for each individual soft skill that's been assessed is where you can see in this example includes their self-score, the average of all those who evaluated them, and where applicable, a group average. A group average is generated if the assessment has been administered to a group, like an entire department, showing where the individual rates in comparison to their peers. And lastly, the report includes an auto-generated action plan, giving you a tool to set SMART goals. And you can see it has suggestions that they designate someone to hold them accountable to the goals that you have set. So once your goals have been determined and a timeline set, you can use Peregrine's Leading Edge Learning modules to gain insight and new techniques and ways to meet your goals. Our Leading Edge Learning online modules span a variety of both soft skills and hard skill set that can help you and your workforce be more efficient and effective in this volatile marketplace. We've developed these modules from our years of in-person leadership workshops and human resource consulting, and have categorized them around the NACE 8, a list of career competencies. Now, NACE, N-A-C-E, is the National Association of Colleges and Employers, and these 8 competencies were developed through an interactive process involving both career service professionals and resources and recruiting staff at more than 600 employers. The competencies represent both what career service professionals should be helping their students achieve and what employers are broadly looking for in their ideal candidates. Peregrine's leading-edge learning modules cover a broad range of topics under these categories, touching on most, if not all, of what you and your employees will need to further develop skills and, in turn, will create a more positive work environment as well as increased productivity. Using our modules to improve critical thinking and problem solving, oral and written communication, teamwork and collaboration, information technology, leadership, professionalism and work ethic, and career management. In conclusion, identifying, assessing, and improving your and your employees' soft skills will result in cohesiveness of your teams, greater work satisfaction for your employees, and increased productivity. For example, we have used our modules as well as the Evalue Skills Workplace Skills Assessment with several of our business clients. One of them uses the 360 Workplace Skills Assessment annually with their annual review, and that creates an atmosphere of feedback where coworkers, supervisors, and even employees are open to give feedback throughout the year, not just once a year when they fill out the 360-degree feedback. And it also helps supervisors to enable themselves to better accept the feedback from their employees in a productive manner. We also use this program in a program of leadership development at one of our larger clients. We're at the beginning of a 6-month-long leadership development program. They take the 360 Value Skills Workplace Skills Assessment, and then throughout the development process, they do both in-person as well as use our leading edge learning online modules to develop their leadership prowess. And then at the end of that 6-month program, after they've practiced and implemented the techniques that they have learned, we conduct the 360 Value Skills Workplace Skills Assessment for them again with the same group of assessors to show their progress along their leadership journey. So I want to thank you for your time and attention during this webinar. This concludes the presentation. And I invite Desiree to read any questions or comments that you've added throughout the webinar.
Hello, PJ. I have received a couple questions, but there are ones that we could answer in the chat box. If we will send you a follow-up email. If there's any resources we can provide for you, just go ahead and respond and we'll attach it to that. We'll attach it to our response email. Um, and then also, I just wanted to let you know if you're interested in learning more about value skills or the modules that help develop those soft skills and hard skills we talked about, it would be our pleasure to give you a tour of those solutions a little bit more in depth one-on-one. So just reach out to us. You can see our contact information here, info@peregrineglobal.com. You can also go to our website, www.peregrineglobal.com. And then also note, we are building our webinar series and we're adding more webinars all the time. So please continue to look at our webinar schedule and sign up for ones that pique your interest. That's all we have, PJ.
All right, Desiree, thanks for your help today. Thank you everyone for coming. And you can absolutely call me at 307-685-1555. Have a great week, everybody.
Bye.